I'm back. Saved everyone. Who's next?
Look at you! I could just gobble you up, but it's in my contract with the Navy that I do no such thing. You found the Ardings alive and well, if not a bit soggy. Well done. I had a feeling you'd be full of surprises. I've been here searching for a means of escape, but everyone is so preoccupied with their precious scion that they hardly give me a glance.
Ma'am, you've already told me that you slept with your crew members. Did they find Tari?
No. They didn't. Alder believed he passed not long after we left him, and that he was swept out to sea. He was a good first mate, Tari. I'll miss the silent little scallywag. We did try to save him, but the winds of fortune don't always blow in our favour.
You could have stayed with him and tended to his wounds. Like, I really didn't need your help. You just left him to die. What is the Scion?
She's the one they're handing over to their god, their precious Akara. They hold a splendid ceremony and surrender her as a vessel. Then the rest of her life is spent in intimate meditation with the spirit. Sounds dreadful.
It seems to be what they all want. I spoke with the dead Kel.
You met him, did you? Tell me, what did the villain have to say for himself? Did he have the hangmen with him? Bloodgrin, the Whispering Witch, the Baronet?
No, I just murdered Ulin, and then went while going with a sword. The Whispering Witch.
She wields a powerful staff, and she likes to whisper into the ears of her victims before they die. No one knows what she says. She's also said to be Dead Cal's lover. Gross.
Just imagining she's just like, lick my balls, and then she kills you. Bloodgrin.
Big nasty brute. He kills with his bare hands if he can, but he'll settle for his hammer if he wants to be especially messy.
Baronet.
He's a fancy one, more concerned with his silks and swagger than with taking a life. As Mother always said, manners will get you everywhere, and I mean everywhere.
I'll make Kel stay dead.
I don't doubt it. Wow, where were you when I wanted to kill my ex-husband? Alder might know something. He spoke of an old castaway, a man named Key, who has been on this island for lifetimes. He might be a resource. If I've learned anything from the sea, it's to follow the winds when you get them.
You had a husband you wanted to kill and you didn't just put him on one of your ships? What now?
Alder will know where to find this Key fellow. If we're lucky, he'll be normal, not like the rest of these twisted eels. I'm not counting on it. Hurry back.
I'm expecting her to have like a fun line of like, it was our honeymoon. That crash was on purpose. Like, just took out her husband. Like, done with this one.
I'm sorry about your friend, Tari. His loss was unfortunate. But in my time, I've learned that everything occurs according to Akara's plan. We in the village are preparing for the offering ceremony to receive our new scion. Only then will you truly understand.
I don't know about Akara, but it's definitely somebody's plan, or at least fate does exist in this universe as a physical force. You should probably be mad that I'm here, actually, because I'm the person that fucks up everybody's plans. So, if everything was going to according to Akara's plans, I'm a threat. The offering.
It is when we offer one of our own to Akara, as a gift, and as testament to our trust in his guidance. The ritual takes place once a generation. We bring our chosen one to the mountaintop, where she receives the blessing of Akara and becomes the scion. From that day forward, she holds a place of honor in the village until the next offering occurs.
The scion.
Akara speaks through the scion. They are one. Without the wisdom of the scion, we here in Cape Solace would be lost. She guides us and keeps us true to Akara's path. And at the end of her life, the scion will depart this island with her guard, taking the power of Akara so it may find root elsewhere, like a seedling in the wind.
You have information?
Captain Bratigan explained that you plan to bring dead Kel to justice. I understand your reasons, but the quest is folly. Still, I
Your
wish you
folly.
success. So I will point you in the direction of a man named Key. He is the oldest castaway on Gallows End. He will have answers. Before you speak with him, I must ask you a favor. Your journey will take you past Soul Deep Fasting, where my wife Bridget prepares for the offering. Take her this amulet. She will want it. All scions wear it during the ceremony.
There's somebody named Key? Key was mentioned earlier, but I thought they meant, like, the location of a key. That's like a place. And whenever I hear that word, it's always on a coastline. So I thought somebody was actually... I thought there was a place called Key that was going to come up, but maybe they meant referring to a person the whole time? Right, I can't jump off a small ledge in this game. I have to go around. So who is this? Padrick Dower. There we go. That's what I'm looking for the faction on this expansion.
Look what the reef brought ashore this time. I am Padrick Dower. My friends call me Paddy, but I have few of those here in the village. I assume dear Alder's given you the welcome speech? Poor, foolish man. It's getting crowded down here, you know. Pity we can't move, some of us at least, up to the keep on the hill.
Akara.
Alder's god. I don't know if he's real or not, but I know I don't believe in him. What kind of god only protects you if you stay within these random borders and every few years sacrifice someone to him?
Alder Malloy.
Alder's a fine fellow. Just ask him. He'll tell you himself.
Ha.
You may have gathered, he and I don't see eye to eye on some things.
Because you're short. It's not it. These aren't going gray.
Alder's a fine fellow. Just ask him. Alder, I don't know if he's real or not, but
Cape
I know
Solace.
none of us are here by choice, so I try not to judge too harshly. But, if I may be crass, they're a bunch of damn sheep, these people. Not all of them, of course. Keen, Lan, they're good folks. Myfa too. The rest, I wouldn't miss.
I wonder why all of his dialogue doesn't go gray the first time. Padrick Dower.
Raised by humans, trained by the master, and nothing but a sour malcontent if most of Cape Solace is to be believed. You'd be wise to steer clear of me. Praise Akara now and then and start making your new life here.
And I'm looking for like a boat. I got like 2 more expansions to do. What does Gravehal keep?
Thing of beauty, isn't it? Nothing like the great city of Edessa, of course, but just as breathtaking. Please excuse my enthusiasm. I was an architect back in the world. If you want a nicer place to live, and you aren't afraid of spirits, I can help you get that keep. Interested?
No. Honestly. I'm trying to leave. But you do have a banner that comes up when you talk to you, so I guess I'll play along. Do you think it's haunted?
It's not haunted. Cursed, maybe, but not haunted. Gates locked and it's crawling with those damn scavs. And something else inside that's loud as hell. Every so often, someone gets an idea to sneak in. Most don't get as far as the door, and those who do never come back.
How do you know all this?
I've gotten as far as the top of the wall to have a peek inside. It wasn't easy, but I had a good enough look to know I'd better climb right back down and think of something else. Everything else, I know from the dream.
Uh-huh.
Last night, I dreamt of the keep as it once was, several stories tall and so beautiful, it made me cry. When I awoke, I was clutching this key in my hand. I don't put much stock in Akara, but I do know a sign when I see one. There was more, but I can't recall it clearly. Perhaps it'll come back to me when we get inside. Will you come?
You should give the key to the man named Key at a key and see if we can just tear a hole in the universe.
Yes, we. I'm going with you. I'm not much good in a fight, but I can remember enough of what I saw in the dream to know where to go. So, you want to help me or not?
I'm interested.
Fantastic! Let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll be off.
Yep.
Come on then, I'll lead the way, but stay close. Alder's guard doesn't protect us outside Cape Solace. Bye.
I thought you said you didn't know if they exist. It sounds a lot like you agree they exist. Follow Paddy to Gravehal Keep. If you can bear it. Paddy can be a ton to bear. So fucking stupid. Still haven't watched the second one.
See? What did I tell you? Magnificent. Bit worse for wear after a couple centuries, but nothing I couldn't fix. Let's see if this key still works. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, no, I knew about the keep. It was in line of sight of where we were standing. It's a bit hard to miss as it goes. That was a close one. He was cowering from the bear, but the bear didn't know he existed. I thought that was pretty funny. More of these dudes. They did make new enemies, which is more than I can say about the DLC of Outer Worlds. But they're like, what if the same enemies forever? And I'm like, what if new no, same enemies forever. Would you like to fight another purple ape that looks crusty? It's like the one you fought on the first planet, but now it's like really late in the game, and you're still fighting it.
It is overrun. Monsters, not phantoms, inhabit its dark hallways. We should move along.
Tell me about Gravehal Keep.
We've seen scavs, but nothing more fearsome. These must be the spirits that haunt this place.
That doesn't make much sense, but okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, we've gone. You really shouldn't charge in like that. Unfortunately, new enemies in this game don't really...
You've beaten back the beasts. You've braved the shadows.
I sure held X.
You've earned the right to claim the seat.
Really?
Sit upon the throne. You are the rightful ruler of Gravehal now.
What the fuck? We hit 11 really fast. I held X for a second. You are the leader of this entire kingdom. I thought this was going to be like a big thing. Like when we have to delve into the floors beneath the keep in Pillars of Eternity. Like that was like a whole thing. Just trying to clear the whole thing out. I fought like one guy and they're like, alright, sit on the throne. Oh, it's mine now, I guess. No one respects this authority and it means nothing.
You've done it! For years, the villagers of Cape Solace have been too craven to enter this great hall. And here you are, freshly washed ashore, and you march right in and take it.
Okay.
Haunted? Never. Just a few small beasts. Nothing you couldn't handle.
You were afraid, too. Oh, here we go. Bro. Ow! Something that doesn't die instantly. What am I gonna do with this knowledge? Oopsie. Oop. Oh, shit. That's actually bad. Alright, well, that's not good. Oop. Why is my detonation not doing anything? That keeps happening. God damn it. I should have just been meleeed him more at that point. That wasn't working. Why is my... I keep detonating my fire and then no one takes damage. I'm like, that's just started happening today. 1 persuasion, 1 mercantile, 10% gold. Only the wisest and most influential warriors are called to rule upon the throne. And now you can count yourself among them, claiming your legacy as a master of Gravehal Keep.
Guess the keep had one more surprise left for us. But now, the keep is yours.
Yeah, I don't believe you so much this time,
You're
but
the first
the rolling
master
body
of
is
the
funny.
keep in nearly 500 years. If you're willing to believe all the legends, let me be the first to offer you my services, my liege.
You were just desperate for someone to simp over, weren't you? Like, bro, I don't have a kingdom. There's no one fucking here. How do we restore Gravehal Keep?
My liege, I am glad you asked. I've been ruminating over this beautiful structure, devising plans for its improvement. I'll start by restoring the keep inside and out, but I also feel the need for a beast pen in the courtyard. I could easily add that at the same time. I just need you to get me 2 bundles of beechstone, 3 bundles of amberwood, and 3 bundles of sailcloth.
Oh. What's the keep's condition?
The centuries have been surprisingly kind to this place. The forest should have reclaimed it ages ago. Worst part is all the scav droppings, but that's just dirty work. I believe much of the rubble is what remains of the side buildings and upper floors I saw in my dream, but I'm not certain yet.
Beast pen? That was a weird thing to go straight to.
Yes, it will allow us to take full advantage of the island's diverse variety of beasts.
For what?
Of course, we'll soon need to find a suitable beast master to run it.
What?
I think I might know just the man, but we'll get to that later.
I'll get what you need.
You should be able to find enough to salvage at Scuttle Beach. I've marked a few locations for you to search on your map. I'll get to work as soon as you're back.
I'm
Bye.
baffled by this. What? He just has such a hard-on for just serving some kind of liege and being in a castle, even without any of the context for, like, actually having power or kingdom in the first place. Like, it's just the 2 of us in a building and he wants to play house. Like, it feels like he feels like a little child that's just like,
Let's pretend I'm king of the castle. No, it's my turn to pretend we're king of the castle. Oh man, we're gonna need a beast master so we can take advantage of all of the beasts. A resource, apparently. You know, beasts, a resource. Everyone talks about the beasts in this game as being a resource and not a series of problems. I'm glad that, let's see. I'm glad that they said you should be able to go over here and grab the stuff, because I was immediately thinking maybe I won't do this. I was immediately thinking, oh, they want me to like do crafting and find resources that like you know, like normal real resources that you would have to find via actually like farming and running around the world hoping to find them and so on. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I want to play out this guy's weird castle fantasies if it's going to be that tedious. But it looks like they're just here. I think these might be resources you can otherwise gather. They were nice enough to make it so you can get them here. I don't know, I'm kind of curious where this goes, but it definitely has an aggressive paint by numbers feeling to it. Kind of like how this game just copy pasted half of the factions from Oblivion down to, like, I was waiting for the Dark Brotherhood to show up because of how specific it felt at first. Like, here's the Warriors Guild, and then here's the Thieves Guild, and here's the Mages Guild, and then there's obviously this twist is the Fae being something that didn't exist in that form quite in Oblivion. So this has a similar strange paint by numbers feeling to it of like,
You know, and like in a lot of RPGs, you can like have a home of some kind and you can like upgrade it and stuff. So we're just gonna add one. Where? Oh, you know, an abandoned island that's irrelevant to everything in the game and no one will ever visit. Yeah, we'll make a home there. Shouldn't we get rid of Dead Kel first, the guy that runs this? Nah, we're just gonna start upgrading a castle in the middle of this place while Dead Kel is still here. What? Like, it feels like they were just told to make a house upgrading system and this DLC, and so they put them in the same place.
How goes the foraging?
I did it.
Let's see. Yes, this is all of it. I'll begin straight away.
How goes the restoration?
Restorations are still not finished. These things take time. Bye.
What does that mean? Wait? Yeah, I guess I'll do the next main quest then. No. Yeah, that's the Dead Kel one. Okay. I wasn't ready for this. There's an element of like, you know that like engineers and whatnot, and people that would want to work as castles and stonemasons and refinishers or whatever job titles, a great variety of job titles, they generally want to work on a castle because it's a good contract. They're going to make a lot of money.
Easy, but I followed that landing party inland. Nobody carrying that much cargo is here by accident. There's a storm brewing. You'll be happy to know that I took a prisoner. That dainty fellow over there. He says he's harmless, but I'm not so sure. I had a chance to scout a bit closer and caught sight of another ship. One that's still intact just offshore. If I were crazier, I'd steal it and make for open sea. Mostly, I just want to go after their leader. If his people are here for blood, we'll know soon enough.
Like, I played Pillars of the Earth, a point-and-click adventure game that's based on a book series that starts with a book called Pillars of the Earth. And it specifically drives home that, like, for a mason, building a cathedral or even a church is, like, a lifelong contract. Like, that is permanent employment. That is what you'll be doing for the rest of your life, and it might be your children that finish the job. Like, that is why people want to work for a king at building a place. I'm just some dude that walked in literally today. Like, I guess he had a dream, so he's like, oh, it's my destiny or some bullshit, maybe. But, like, where is he gonna get the manpower? Where is he gonna get the resources? And why is he so dead set on doing it in the first place? No one is bankrolling this. There is no kingdom. It's so strange. The landing party?
I must say, they resembled a war party more than a ship's crew. I counted warriors, and even a few scholars among them. It's not uncommon for outsiders to come to Gallows End seeking Akara's power and the island's magic. I just haven't witnessed it in many years.
You should stay here.
Perhaps that's right. If that landing party does mean us harm, then we'll need all our best fighters here, at Cape Solace. We could use more like you on Gallows End. Fish, pray, eat. That's what most of these people call wisdom.
Live, laugh, love. Wow. This is a difference in appearance. You guys look like warframes. I remember that. I can never remember the name of that game. The one where you throw a glaive around and your arms are black. It was the first game announced for the Xbox 360 generation, I think. But then it took years to come out. And then Warframe is a sequel to that, but I don't think most people actually know that or ever played that game. Talk to watch.
What is it you seek? The new Scion must not be disturbed. Her meditations are of great importance to the offering ceremony. Without the proper preparation, she won't withstand the power that comes with Akara's blessing. It will destroy her.
This amulet's for Bridget.
Soon, that name will mean nothing. She will be the Scion, Akara's chosen one, and the vessel for his power. I will give her the amulet once she breaks from her meditation. You must leave now. That is not a suggestion.
That's kind of mean that you don't even bother remembering the people that become the Scions. Like, she had a life. Akara.
He is the reason all of us on Gallows End enjoy peaceful lives, full of grace and enlightenment. He is just, and that is more than we deserve.
Scion's Guard.
We are the Watchers. From birth, we are removed from the village and immersed in training. Our gifts come from Akara himself. We are his eyes on Gallows End, his protective hand around the Scion and her people.
Judging from those masks, you don't really seem like very effective eyes of Gallows End. Soul Deep fasting.
It was once a Diverga passage, but after they abandoned this island, it was occupied by the first villagers of Cape Solace. The first Scion resided here, behind these warm, protective walls. Now all Scions undergo their preparations here, safe and under our watchful gaze.
The village is like really, really small. How can you guys afford to have like an entire temple with weird ornate armor where people just hang out and obsess over the specific god forever? Like, what do you genuinely, like, what do you even do most of the time? The offering.
It is how a mere man or woman becomes the hand of a god. The successor to the Scion is chosen months ahead of the ceremony, so she can reflect on the importance of her duties. When the offering occurs, Akara passes his blessing to the Chosen One, who then becomes the Scion. It is beautiful.
The Scion.
She embodies Akara's power and represents his good influence here on Earth. Many wish to be the Scion, but ultimately one is chosen. She must be strong enough to contain Akara's blessing, for it would consume lesser beings.
Where is Bridget?
That is not your concern. She is safe. Nothing will happen to the Scion under the gaze of the Watchers.
Then you better take the mask off.
Akara be praised.
Ooh. There's a lot going on here, including enemies? Wait, why are there enemies here? Like, that's a bit of a giveaway that something's going on here. Let's go to key. I can't, it's so hard. I have to adjust every time. I'm always like, Quay? I have to remind myself to read it as key. Because the big one that fucked with me is I learned the word originally from Final Fantasy. I mean, I say learned, but I don't remember what the word means. Oh, we're going on another journey. I learned it from Final Fantasy 15 because there's a beachside town that's probably the most memorable, peaceful location besides Sid's workshop or something in the entire game. And it's spelled like Golden Quay, and it's pronounced Golden Key. And I'm like, oh, you guys are being cute about the pronunciations of these things. But I didn't know they were being cute about it for a while until I saw it spelled out and then said out loud enough times that I'm like, Golden Key? What? It's really? You just learn stuff over time. From moment to moment, you can see the episodes where I learn how to pronounce specific words, like Noki and jail, spelled G-O-A-L. Noki was Odin Sphere Life Thrasir. Jail was the weird archaic spelling of jail was from Bloodborne. I gotta get back to that game sometime. I gotta get back to my whole planned anniversary thing of going. Turns out that my plans to be like, let's go revisit all these things that are important to the channel's history this year. In the moment when it's time to pick the next game each time, it can be a little hard to pick the right thing. Although I probably should have picked one of those games in response. My whole groove got fucked up by the Yakuza Dead Souls being blocked on YouTube. Because my plan was to play Yakuza, then play another game, then play one of the Souls games, then play another game, then play the next Yakuza game, and so on. Like alternating that way. Something new, something Yakuza, something new, something Dark Souls. And kind of weave through both those backlogs that way while still doing new things.
But then I just kind of fell into this. It was like Dead Souls was banned, and I'm like, fuck, I need to pick a new game. All right, well, the exact day that I need to record, I need to have a new RPG out is when Fatesworn comes out. So timing, it feels destined, and all it's like fate and whatnot. And then timing, then it also felt perfectly timed that right when I finished this game was the day that Elden Ring was supposed to come out, but then it didn't because I had missed the announcement of its delay. That felt like a funny destiny little moment too, where everything was just kind of making sense. I guess you could see the twist of fate reveal of, oh, actually it's delayed. Your plans for this month aren't going how you thought they would, as being a little fucking. That's the most authentic Amalur thing of all. Surprise! You thought that was the fate of all this.
Another one, eh? Well, the carter just keeps drawing them in. Fish trapped in his widening net. What is it you want, castaway? The simplest answer to your problems lies beyond those cliffs there. One swift drop, and then peace.
Are either of us going to look at each other? So what do you think about Akara?
You know as well as I do that Akara does not exist. His magic is merely illusion. His will, coincidence. Do not fall prey to the words of the passionate. You will thank me for it.
Alder Malloy.
A good man, but woefully misguided. Alder wants to believe in something good, to know that his sentence here was not a punishment for his past. But no good man would ever end up on gallows' end.
Dead Kel.
Don't let anyone tell you that Akara rules this island. Such a claim is fallacy. The pirate is the only one on gallows' end with any authority. He will reclaim what is his in the end. You will see.
Gallows End.
There is no escape from this island. You will come to learn that in time. Fate binds us to its beaches, and only the setting sun ever truly escapes. But even then, it's only for a few hours.
Key.
I have been on this cursed island for more than a lifetime. Longer than any man should rightfully have to wait for death. But that is my fate, you see. To wait. I meant to remain here until my true purpose presented itself. But long have I been searching, and now my only desire is for escape, in any form.
Scion's Guard.
Odd creatures, those watchers. Avoid them. You'll thank me later.
The Offering.
It is the height of idiocy. Even for fools, the villagers of Cape Solace find new and impressive ways to surmount their own stupidity. Every life given to Akara is a life lost.
I mean, do they murder them? It sounds like they just go meditate with Akara, which sounds like they might even be a conduit. Like maybe I'll even get to speak to Akara through them. Have you really been here longer than basically everyone else and never seen any evidence of Akara? Because everyone speaks about them in pretty concrete terms, to the point where the person that even was like, I don't know if I believe in them, is still like, Akara defends this area. Like that's what that guy said, even though he just said he didn't believe in him. The Scion.
Oh, I know of them. Not to say that I agree with the practice, because I do not. But they are hard people to miss on this island. The Scion is Akara's greatest triumph. Mortals are trusting. They will follow a god if one of their own tells them to.
I'm confused. You're a Fate Weaver? If you're a Fate Weaver, like... I don't... You were waiting for a new calling to just appear? Can't you see your own future as a Fate Weaver? What were you waiting to find? Fates don't change, do they?
Aldra said you could help.
The priest, eh? How is it that most pawns aren't even aware of the game? Every few years, Alder sends me a hopeless spirit, praying I can provide a Fate Weaver's wisdom. But I have no hope to give. I have nothing. Dead Kell has seen to that. Look around you. We are damned.
You're a Fate Weaver?
I was. You know of Fate Weavers, then? Know that we are a tragic brood destined for a life of isolation and disappointment. Why read the cards when you already know what they say? I will die on this island, as will you.
Well, I've got news. Where's Dead Kell?
Where is he? Everywhere, you fool! Everywhere! Try to leave this island, Dead Kell is there. Try to hide in the fastings, Dead Kell is there. You're better off hiding from your own shadow.
All is not lost.
Ha! Spoken like one who just crawled from the wreckage. You have no idea of the forces that conspire against us. Dead Kell is no mere man, no. He is touched by Akara. As long as his ship, Requiem, remains harbored here on Gallows End, none of us are free. Get me that ship, and perhaps I will tell you what you wish to know. Perhaps.
Dead Kell knows Akara?
It is said that Dead Kell is the only mortal to have ever laid eyes upon Akara, to have spoken with him as an equal. Not even the Scion has been so close, and she is linked to Akara through magic. Now you know why Dead Kell remains a threat long after he was supposedly killed by the Alpha. He is not a natural thing. His life is both blessing and curse.
I'm not entirely sure what they're going for with this scene, but I think we're supposed to be standing side by side, gazing off over onto the murky horizon of the ocean. But there's just no camera angles to establish it, like an occasional cut behind us to show us staring at the waves, maybe a cut that goes underneath us, looking up at us from beneath the cliff, like especially when he talks about the cliff, to like emphasize the surroundings, like just any camera angles that in any way better express what they're going for here. Because right now it mostly just looks like we're glitched out and not facing each other on accident, but it might be on purpose. They might be going for something, but the camera angles just are not implemented to like really have any cinematography to sell the scene. Tell me about the ship.
It is called the Requiem. Years ago, the vessel belonged to Dead Kell's lover, the Whispering Witch. But when his own flagship, the Stormbringer, was sunk off the coast, he needed a replacement. As far as I know, it is the only seaworthy ship on all of Gallows End. And what a prize it would be to possess.
Okay, it's pretty funny that they cut to a new camera angle right when I said that, but it was a really shitty camera angle that established nothing. It just showed us full body with like a rock behind us with no implication of what we're looking at or what this pose is. I'll get you off this island.
Then you will succeed where all others have failed. You will not secure the Requiem, because you will die long before you even lay eyes upon it. Fate cannot be changed. It's a tragedy, because I would have told you everything.
The Whispering Witch.
Don't underestimate the witch. I am a Fate Weaver, but she has powers beyond even my understanding. I stand by, watching as the threads of fate weave themselves into irreversible patterns. But not the witch. She plays those threads like a harp. Her power is in her ability to stay between our world and the world where destinies are forged. She hides there, between fate and possibility.
Where's the ship?
Dead Calendar's hanged men keep the ship in the dark harbor.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Destiny is yours.
Your destiny is yours is a really ironic thing for a Fate Weaver to say to me. One who has not shown any sign that they understand that I can break destiny. What? Right? Like, that's a weird thing for him to say. That's the whole reason he's so depressed, is that he doesn't. Destiny is not yours. Is it a cruel joke? Anyway, that's definitely Jim Cummings, right? The guy that played the first NPC in the game, or the first major NPC in the game, and the villain, Gadflow. Because he stands out a bit. He's really good at his job. He is fun to listen to. Even if he is just rattling off the usual exposition most of the time. I don't think I'm going in there. Let's-a go. I'm hoping the noise gate blocks it most of the time or something, but I'm sorry, there's some loud subwoofer is thumping away somewhere. I can physically feel it, and it's really distracting. It's like, can you fucking not? Then I think about the all the distracting motorcycles and irritating road noises that I get that people usually say they don't hear anyway. Well, I think I was supposed to go in there. It looked more like this curve was going to work out differently. There seems to be just no waypoints around here. I think I'm gonna go visit that gate, or whatever it is I just saw on the map. Try to unlock that before I go inside of Dark Harbor. Because if Dark Harbor is in the core of that whole mess, I don't want to teleport directly there either. Yeah, I may have missed some of the waypoints along the way. Undersea fasting. That door's fucked. More people about. I'm looking forward to getting any kind of closure or answer about Akara. But it kind of depends on whether or not I get to meet the conduit after the, you know, basically possession. That's likely to be some kind of evidence as to whether or not Akara exists. But like all the people that say they don't believe in Akara, or Akara is a con, or something, keep saying things in strange ways. That usually involves wrapping back around to admitting that Akara exists in one form or another, that as not a figment of people's imaginations, but as a thing that people have interacted with and has some kind of power or force, but then turn around and act like they don't exist. There's a few instances of strange ambiguity where one NPC will be like oddly inconsistent in how they talk about them. Thank you, map. I did not see that path. There's so many skeletons.
So you escaped the cove, did you? I assume that Rast survived too. She's luckier than most, even if she's too daft to realize it. You're strong. Perhaps even tough enough to help me steal the Requiem. I need someone with muscle to help me smash those gears.
You're not dead. You're not mute.
Yes, I can talk. The Diverger didn't cut out my tongue. The murder of my family didn't shock me into silence. None of the stories are true. I hid my voice so as not to be suspected. Words betray more than their mere meanings.
Suspected of what? You're not dead.
My injuries were not as serious as I made them appear. I followed you and Rast through the flooded cavern to the beach, and then made for the forest. It was the only way to avoid Cape Solace. I couldn't let them see me. Not after what they did.
What are you talking? What gears?
I was hoping to sneak into Dark Harbor and secure the Requiem. Once my mission is finished, I'll need a way to get back off this cursed island. But one cannot sail the ship without first opening the harbor wall, a vast mechanism of locks and gears.
Are you coming here to get a revenge against Camp Solace? Rast trusted you.
Why do you think everyone in Rathia considers Rast Bratigan a travesty? She's far too trusting to be a sailor. However, she did get me back to Gallows End, and for that I am thankful. And she was kind. Far too kind. Now that I'm home again, I will have my revenge. I will kill the Scion as she meant to kill me.
I'm confused by both the indignancy and his, like, guilt or whatever, because I'm like, what betrayal did you actually do? Like, wow, you were a crew member with her, and now you're here. Like everyone else who survived the crash. If anything, your plan was pretty questionable, considering how many people died. That could have easily been you. Why kill the old Scion?
Simple. She killed my mother. Not with her own two hands, no, but with her treachery. They were close, Pima and my mum, like sisters. All that changed when the village chose their next Scion. Not even friendship can weather the jealousy of power. Pima lied to Alda, and she had my mother marked as a thief and a harlot. This island was our whole lives, and suddenly we were no longer welcome. We were set out to sea alone, without food or water, at the mercy of the frostbreak.
Exiled? Your mother was the Scion?
No, she never became the Scion. She was chosen, but the honor lasted but a day. Those few hours were my mother's happiest. For once in her long, hard Scrabble life, she had been special. She died with a smile on her pretty face. I was adrift for weeks until the Diverger found me, and I was sold into slavery. Even then, so long ago, I knew I wouldn't be satisfied with anything but revenge.
How long ago did the Diverger leave? The Diverger were here at the same time as the people with the Scions and shit? Have you ever killed anyone?
I've never killed anyone, no. It doesn't matter. She killed my mother. She betrayed us and left us to die under a torrid sun, and I will make her pay for it. Either help me or step aside. I've waited long enough, and I don't intend to wait another moment.
Let me kill the Scion.
You would do that for me? But why? Before she died, my mother made me promise not to go after Pima. Perhaps you are here to make sure I stay true to my word. Fine. I will not kill the Scion, but justice must still be done. She resides in the north, where she prepares her final departure. But beware her honor guard, the Watchers. They are powerful.
They say only a few years, but it sounds like he's been gone for a long time. To talk about somebody being a Scion for a few years, but it's like they originally said the Scion is around for the rest of their life, which is ambiguous. They could die quickly. They said the lesser person would be burned by the power. So it's like maybe it was only a few years, like the other person said. But he must have been gone for a long time. Like he was enslaved and everything, and then finally found his way back. That seems like a long-term grudge. So she's been the Scion for a long time too? The Scion.
I knew her as Pima, a woman who cared for me when my mother went hunting, who sang me to sleep under the stars. I remember her that way. She's not a person anymore, just a symbol of Akara's power.
You.
I was born on this island, raised to believe that the outside world held nothing for me. It was all lies.
Captain Bradigan.
She will never understand how the rest of the world sees her, as a fool, but even more importantly, as a terrible sailor. Still, she was good to me, and for that I am grateful.
Yeah, no.
Justice done.
They definitely missed the mark if their goal was to make, They definitely missed the mark if their goal was to make it so that, she's oblivious to her own behavior and a reputation. Because they write her as being very aware of her reputation. She tells it to you herself. Is this a side? This is a side quest. So will there be dialogue? She's pursuing her departure. It just says kill the Scion, but I have several objectives. Hello. Bye. Ooh. Did I do that? Do I hit them? I do. Which means I can pretty much just run up to each one and cast my spell, and we'll be good. Oh, that's why I'm confused. Because he awkwardly stands at the door and cuts you off and makes it feel like you're going to be doing his quest when you go inside. But I'm, of course, actually doing Dark Harbor, the quest I was here for in the first place. I figure his quest is worth interacting with because it's, like, it's basically part of the main story, kind of. He's an established character, so we have a context for him. And he ambushes you with this quest on the way to a main story beat. I think it's only framed as optional so that you can make one or choice or the other as far as what to actually do. Because engaging with the character is not optional. Begone, little baby enemies. Combat. Alright, we're going back out the entrance. Whoa. Who dat? Oh, yeah. Bloodgrin. Oh, whoa! That's a lot of damage. Feeling alright, buddy? Ow. Alright, bad news. I can do this. Well, fuck you. When the fight is shorter than the conversations about the character in the fight. Granted, that's a lot of fights. Fights are not known for being super long outside of CRPGs. Very slow, big ol' hammer.
I must confess, my suggestion to steal the ship was made in jest. I never expected this. My own fate has always kept me trapped on gallows' end. I never dared to dream of escape. But you possess a quality, something I've never seen before. You did as you promised. Now I must do in kind. What do you wish to know?
Will you leave the island?
You had asked me such a question not but one day ago, I would have said yes. Without a shadow of a doubt.
What are you, a cat?
But things have changed. Call it fate, call it destiny, call it the will of blasted Akara. An event is coming, and I wish to be a witness. I will stay. For now.
What does Dead Kel want?
He wanted to embrace death. He was ready. His peace was made. But Akara, in his incredible ignorance, saved Dead Kel from the eternal black. I don't know what the pirate wants, but I understand his rage.
So Dead Kel is so Akara's completely real. You just don't like him. Where is Dead Kel?
The Fallen One is not a surface dweller. He died once, and ever since he's preferred to stay beneath the ground. Akara Tor is his lair. Despite their history, Dead Kel and the great Akara are still connected. Where you find one, you will find the other.
I'm as good as my word.
Yes, which is rare on this island of scavengers and fanatics. I trust you, even though many years of hardship has taught me to do otherwise. I will confide in you, because despite my wish to leave this place, I have no desire to hurt the stranded souls that wish to stay. There is a spy in Cape Solace, one who is not as they appear, one who plans to disrupt the offering.
Who?
If I could reveal their identity, I would. But my sight only tells me how the threads travel, not where or to whom. This figure is powerful, magical, and wields a strong grip over fate, same as you. Use your gift. Open your eyes to the signs. If you are willing to see in a new way, you will find the one you are looking for.
Is it not just the guy that pretended to be mute? Why disrupt the offering?
Akara. Our island god may be a devil and a manipulator, but he remains powerful. That is what this is all about. Dead Kell was formed by Akara's own hand. But the moment he was created, his true evil was apparent. The great Akara turned his back on Kell. Ever since then, the dreaded pirate has plotted to receive the blessing denied him, but without success.
I'll end this plot.
I know you will. I have not seen it in the cards, but you are beginning to give me faith in the impossible. Go to the new scion, Alder's wife, Bridget, and protect her from this threat. Take these potions. They will help you track the spy. Be careful. Not everyone is dead Kell. Not everyone can defeat death.
Dead Kell did not defeat death.
Hurry to Cape Solace.
Akara defeated death. Was that not clear? Steal the Requiem. I guess we're still supposed to deal with that then. Okay. Yeah, Akara defeated death. Dead Kell died. Those are different things. So I guess there's another person conspiring to fuck with the offering, which is not the same as the person who's conspiring to kill the current scion. Hello. I guess that was us stealing it.
Marvellous! You stole the Requiem! What's the dreaded pirate to do now without his ship? Our passage from the island is secure. That is, if you're interested in leaving. And if you stay, I stay.
One way or another, you are not fucking driving. Thanks for the loyalty.
Do not thank me. We stand together, you and I. We started this journey as companions, but the fires of adversity have made us something more. Friends. And I don't let my friends down. Well, not counting that time with Garant. He died. Now go. Find the turncoat. If Dead Cal means to disrupt the village's ceremony, he will do so soon.
Well then, we'll take a look around. Also wondering though, whether this is... yeah, How does this whole waiting for construction thing work? Are we at a milestone? I did a quest. Or do I need to literally wait, like find a bed? Whoa, this was... yeah, no, this looked different last time. This was like a woods? I think... yeah, I think construction happened. You might even just have to leave and come back.